Hello. So I thought I would film a quick video to show you something. It's a really quick technique. What this is here is raised stencils, and they I didn't do them perfectly. There's a lot of nooks and crannies in them because what I'm trying to do is make this look like a really old brass Moroccan table. And I've already applied several layers and blending of different colors of metallics, metallic acrylic paints. And what I want to do now is I want to make it look really old, so I want it to look like there's just aged stuff in these lines here and kind of gathering. I don't know if you can see it on video, but I want it to kind of some dark spots to gather in these nooks and crannies in the raised stencil. So can you see this? You can see I already did this side. I want it to look like, you know, there was cat hair. That would be a Moroccan if you've been to Marrakesh. There are a lot of cats there, probably cat hair stuck on stuff. So I'm going to show you a really super simple, easy way to get color to run in between raised stencils and, you know, it doesn't look brushed on, it looks like old, okay? So I mixed up some black paint because I want to do this with black. You can see it already went on there. I want to do this with black, and then I'm going to do it again with kind of a dusty color chalk paint. This is a black metallic paint that I mixed up with water in a spray bottle. I just grabbed the nearest window washing fluid bottle and dumped it out and filled it up. So there wasn't a whole lot of thought into what kind of bottle I did this with. I don't know what the proportion is of paint to water. I believe it is an acrylic paint, and I just kept dumping paint in until you know, I thought it was dark enough, and when I sprayed it, that some paint stayed and you could actually see it. If you don't put enough paint in the water, it'll look black when you spray the water, but when it dries, you're not going to be able to see anything, or not much at all. It's going to kind of look like a light gray. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, is we're going to spray this water, and I don't want the water to go everywhere. I just want like it's dripping a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not going to spray it evenly all over the whole side of the table. I want it to just kind of look a little bit random. And then the other thing that I'm using is this tile grout spreader thingy. I think it's called a grout float. What you want is, you could probably use a Japanese trowel too, something like that. You want a wide flat surface that is not, is not absorbent. So you don't want to pick up and absorb the paint in your surface. We're going to use this to spread the paint around, the watery paint. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to spray it and just kind of, see, I'm like almost even like applying it with the sprayer. I learned from trial and error already doing the other sides of the table that I want to kind of direct this in certain areas. Plus, I am wearing light pants, which was not smart, and we're surrounded by white walls right here, so I don't want a lot of splashing. So, you know, you can just kind of, you can spray it on, you can just kind of dribble and drip it on like that. And then, here's what we do. You take this flat, broad surface and you just drag it across. Okay? And let it really gather up in some of these areas. Kind of drag it across some of these spots where you kind of want the paint and the color to get caught. That's what I think of it, just kind of getting you know, catching and getting caught on these pits and valleys and in these areas of the raised stencil. You need to do this on a flat surface too, so whatever surface you want to do this to, you need to lay your furniture or whatever you're painting, you need to lay it down so that it's flat, otherwise it's gonna run. I kind of want to draw it into the middle there a little bit, so it's not perfect. There we go. Okay, and so it's going to continue to spread on its own. It's uneven. I think it kind of looks like something that would have been sitting in a shop, in the back of a shop in a Medina in Morocco. That's kind of the look I'm going for. And you can see here it's really, really hot right now in the sunroom, and it's kind of drying already right here. So as the paint dries, it's going to kind of look faded. It's a very different look than if it were brushed. You can see over here on the side, it's kind of running off the edge. So I think I'm going to scooch it over so it doesn't all run off on the other side of the table. So this is a 6-sided table. This is the last side I'm doing. I've had to rotate this table 6 times flat in order to spread the water like this. See, you can see it doesn't absorb, so I'll just wash it off in the sink. And I also did the top of the table. So I might check in and show you again when I go back and I use a lighter color of a chalk paint and repeat this process. I want it to kind of look dusty and old and crusty. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to dry brush my colors back on, because the blending kind of the gold to the bronze color kind of disappeared now that I spread black all over this. So I want to revive that. So as you know, if you do painting, sometimes you go back and you go over and over when unexpected things happen. So I will show a picture of this when it's done so you can see what the effect looks like.